protesters showed up at the debate last night, walkouts staged by fast food workers in more than 270 cities. Andy Puzder with me now. He is the CEO of CKE Restaurants. You know the brand best for Carl's Jr. He was also an economic advisor for the Romney campaign. Welcome, sir. We are glad to have you here. Three candidates
Great to be here, Deirdre,
saying that minimum wage is just not feasible. What is your take as a business owner?
Well, I think the Republican candidates nailed it. Look, if your concern is to create entry-level jobs for young Americans, then a $15 minimum wage is something you should be protesting against. And this, Dr. Carson brought this up. Labor participation for minority youth is really very low. My friend Art Laffer and I had an article in Investors Business Daily on that about a year and a half ago. But even if you look at labor participation for 16 to 19-year-olds for every race, the reality is that we've hit 4 historic lows this year. And that goes back to when the Bureau of Labor Statistics started recording the data in 1948. So fewer young people are working or looking for work than's been the case since 1948. If your objective is to bolster and support the unions, and you're not all that concerned about whether young people will have entry-level jobs, then you should be protesting in favor of a $15 minimum wage. And I think most people are concerned about young people in this country, and fewer people are concerned about big labor.
And some of the candidates, Dr. Carson, saying that if businesses, in fact, do raise the minimum wages, to your point, it actually keeps young people out because the businesses just won't hire as many. Senator Rubio saying basically you're going to just get more machines in the workplace. But that's coming anyway, right? Especially in fast food.
Well, I think Senator Rubio nailed it. Look, it's better to have a person behind the counter than it is to have an ordering kiosk, because your customers want to be able to interact with a person and say, well, is this a good burger? Is that a good product? Should I get it with lettuce? Should I get it with this special sauce? If you can't ask that to a kiosk. But if you price the person behind the counter out of the restaurant, then you're going to end up with a kiosk, because that's the only way these restaurants can stay in business. There's actually a restaurant in San Francisco. It's called Eatsa, E-A-T-S-A. You can look it up online. You walk in, there's no people. There's places to sit. There's ordering kiosks. There's a slot where your food comes out, almost like on Star Trek. There's a series of them. And there's 5 or 6 people working in the back. Everything is automated. Our restaurants, we employ 20 to 25 people. But if minimum wage goes to $12, $13, $14, $15, every restaurant chain is going to have to cut back on that. And that's going to really hurt America's youth. They're not going to be able to get on that first ladder of opportunity that leads to a career.
Andy, you're a businessman. Which candidate makes the most sense right now? I'm not saying the person you're going to vote for, but whose ideas do you think, okay, this person is actually presenting in a way that I understand that makes sense for the business community?
I think everybody on that stage last night would make a better president than either Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton. I think Marco Rubio does a great job. Jeb Bush, Ted Cruz, even Donald Trump, although I'd like to understand a little more about Mr. Trump's policies. But everybody on that stage would do very, very well. And Carly Fiorina would be great. We've got some really good, you look at the top 6 candidates in the Republican Party. We've got 3 minorities. We've got 2 Hispanics and an African American. We've got a doctor. We've got business people. We've got senators. We've got governors. This is an incredibly diverse group of people. And we've got young people. If you look at the Democratic ticket, they've got, 2 really, elderly people. They're in their late 60s, early 70s, who are part of a different generation. This is a very vibrant set of candidates. So I don't want to pick any particular individual right now, but I think we've got there's a great group of people.
You like the field, Andy. I'm glad to hear it. Andy Puzder joining us there, CEO of CKE Restaurants. Thank you for the time.